Hey everybody, Keith Bennett here, talking to you today about the 0317X driving iron from PXG. I put this driving iron in the bag strictly for its versatility. I play golf over in Eastern Washington where it's really dry. I need that low ball flight, that penetrating flight that stays under the wind. But I also play golf over here in Western Washington where it's oftentimes wet and I need a higher ball flight. With this club, I can do both. With the graphite shaft, I can hit this club just as far as a hybrid, but with the versatility that I can use in ball position, I can make this club go high or low. So I'm gonna talk you through how I hit a couple different shots with this club, starting with the low one. So if I wanna hit this ball low, we need decrease in dynamic loft. What does that mean? We need shaft lean. So the first thing I'm gonna do is I'm gonna make sure that that ball is far enough back in my stance to encourage the hands to be a little bit more forward of that club head at impact. The next thing we need is a nice shallow angle of attack. If we get really steep on this golf ball, we're gonna add a boatload of backspin and that ball is actually gonna climb, which is not what we want. We kind of want a low knuckle ball. So we wanna make sure that we get a nice sweeping action. So if I'm warming up to hit this shot, I'm gonna make sure that I just kind of barely brush the blades of grass to get used to that nice shallow angle of attack. So stepping into this shot here, I'm gonna line up down the center of the fairway. Because the ball's back in my stance, the likelihood is that it's gonna draw a little bit, which is nice for that nice low ball flight. Slightly back in my stance. And again, I wanna feel a shallow approach into this golf ball to try to squeeze it out there, a nice low ball flight. And you can see that that was an absolute dart. I didn't take much of a divot. It's gonna tumble out there perfectly, just what I wanted. So now let's go ahead and hit that high shot. So I'm not gonna change the tee height, just barely above the grass. But again, to hit this high shot, what I need is I need to move that ball position a little bit forward because we don't wanna be hitting down on it so much. So I want that ball position slightly more forward, typical of like a hybrid or maybe a 3-wood. And I'm just going to feel, again, that sweeping action. I've changed the ball position. So now the club's more likely to be working slightly away from the ground as I contact the golf ball opposed to the back ball position that we just hit that stinger with. And I'm not gonna change much else other than that ball position. But again, the versatility of this club gives me the confidence that I can now go ahead and hit this ball high. Now with the forward ball position, we should expect a little bit of a fade. So I'm gonna aim just a little bit left to play that fade. So there's that really nice, beautiful high fade shot. Like I said, the versatility of this club is what makes it so valuable in my bag. It's an absolute weapon for me. Do yourself a favor, check out the driving iron next time you're getting fitted for your PXG clubs. I think you're really gonna like what this does for your game.